How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Old School Weekly Recap. This week has been a huge week for Old School, as on Thursday, the highly anticipated Theatre of Blood finally opened its doors. Created solely for the entertainment of Lady Verzik, the Theatre of Blood is a gauntlet filled with some of the strongest warriors, most gruesome creations, and deadly creatures in Gielinor. Will you become one of the many to perish, or will you stand victorious? The Theatre of Blood is a linear progression raid found in the Sanguinesti region. If you dare enter, you'll have to make your way through 6 vicious bosses in order to earn your reward. The only requirement to participate in the Theatre of Blood is completion of Priest in Peril. But remember, this content is designed to be difficult for even the most skilled and well-geared players. Just because you can enter doesn't mean you can succeed. To get to the theatre, you can either pay Andres, an NPC found north of Port Phasmatis, or, if you've completed the quest A Taste of Hope, you can use the teleport found on the Draken's Medallion. The notice board found in the lobby of the theatre can be used to create or search for parties. The maximum party size is 5, and it is recommended that you have a full party when taking on the theatre. Once you are geared up and partied up, head through the entrance on the eastern side of the lobby to start the challenge. Your first encounter within the theatre will be the Maiden. Once an enemy of Lady Verzik, the Maiden has been twisted into an unrecognisable, demon-like creature. The only purpose she now serves is to battle challenges for the entertainment of the lady. Next up is the Pestilent Bloat. Created using a mass of reanimated corpses, this disgusting, sluggish creature will make quick work of any oncoming warriors. If you make it beyond the bloat, you'll have the pleasure of fighting the Nilochus. The Nilochus is an arachnid species native to the homeworld of Lady Verzik. Her fondness of these arachnids has led her to breed many thousands of them, and she loves nothing more than seeing cocky adventurers swarmed. Sototseg is a fierce, modified dark beast. During their experiments, the vampires strengthened Sototseg's power over the Shadow Realm, making this particular dark beast far more deadly than any other. If you survive your encounter with Sototseg, Zarpus, the king of the Arasa, will be ready and waiting. Unpredictable and powerful, Zarpus once struck fear into the vampires who have now captured him. Defeating Zarpus will lead you to the final challenge in the Theatre of Blood, Lady Verzik herself. As you fight your way through the theatre, death is a near certainty, and it comes at a cost. If you die within the theatre, you will be taken to a place called Purgatory. From here, you will be left to observe your remaining teammates as they attempt to finish the wave. If they succeed, you will be revived and may continue the raid alongside your party. If they fail, you will be removed from the theatre and your items will be left behind. To retrieve these lost items, you can pay a 100k fee at the chest found in the lobby. Be aware, logging out in the middle of a fight will also be considered a death. Hardcore Iron Men should take extreme caution when attempting the theatre, as merely landing yourself in Purgatory will cause you to lose your hardcore status. And a warning to all players who plan to take the theatre on, whether or not you return from Purgatory during a raid, keep in mind that dying will result in worse loot for both you and your party. And on the topic of loot, let's take a look at some of the potential rewards from the Theatre of Blood. First up, we have Vials of Blood. Vials of Blood are used to create 2 new potions, Bastion Potions and Battle Mage Potions. Bastion Potions boost both your ranged and defense stats by the same amount as a ranged potion and a super defense potion. Battle Mage Potions boost both your magic and your defense stats by the same amount as a magic potion and a super defense potion. Next up is the Avernic Hilt. An Avernic Hilt can be attached to the Dragon Defender to create the Avernic Defender. Much like other defenders, this item provides substantial offensive melee bonuses, requiring level 70 attack and defense to equip. The Sanguinesti Staff is a new magic weapon which requires level 75 magic to equip. Its stats are identical to those of the Trident of the Swamp, but the Sanguinesti Staff can hit 1 higher. On top of this increased damage, the staff has a 1 in 6 chance of healing you for 50% of the damage you deal. This effect only applies when you're attacking NPCs. The Grazi Rapier is a new melee weapon which requires level 75 attack to equip. It provides best in slot stab bonus. It does not degrade, nor does it need charging. Justicia Armor is a 3-piece set of tank armor. It requires level 75 defense to equip. On top of providing exceptionally high defense bonuses, when the entire Justicia set is worn, it reduces incoming damage based on your defense bonus. The armor does not degrade or require charging. The Scythe of Vitur is a 2-handed melee weapon which requires level 75 attack and strength. It can hit up to 3 enemies in an arc in front of your character, and it can also hit large enemies multiple times. And finally, the Sinhaza Shroud. This item is awarded to all players who have completed the Theatre of Blood 100 times. The appearance will change as you continue to complete more raids, with upgrades at the milestones of 500, 1000, 1500 and 2000 completions. The Shroud is entirely cosmetic. And to finish off this video with the community spotlight, this week I'm just going to recommend that you head over to Twitch and watch people take the theatre on live. Countless streamers have been taking on the challenge of the theatre since the minute it launched. If you are curious about the content, there is no better way to see what it is all about. If you would rather take the challenge on yourself, be sure to jump in game right now and give it a shot. If you have completed Priest in Peril, you are good to go. Anyway, that is all for this week's episode of Ronan Reads the News Post, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next Friday.